Welcome to the Drive Time Podcast. I'm Parker Brown.
And I'm Alfred Barnes. We are currently in the midst of the SModcastle 37-hour film challenge. We knocked out some pretty good stuff earlier. We got the script in a pretty good place, I think. So we're going to get rolling with it. But yeah, how are you today, Parker?
I'm excited about it. I'm doing pretty good. A busy weekend. I only get a 2-day weekend this weekend, which sucks.
The man.
But you know, no, busy. Like I had show last night, Annapolis, Annapolis, which means Anna's city.
Oh,
by the way, if you didn't know that,
yes.
At a skate shop, went really well.
Nice.
Headlined, kind of, not
kind
really,
of.
but
you're just the last in the order.
Was the last and did the most time, but
that counts. That's a headliner. Yeah. That's a headliner.
Yeah.
You go last at an open mic, you're the headliner. It's in the bylaws of comedy.
I think I did 25.
That's not bad.
And I got a little confused because I thought he was gonna light me at 15, and he lit me at 20. So I was pretty deep into it. I was like, huh. I guess I've only done 12. And then he lit me and I was like, okay, that's 15. And I guess I thought I was at 12 pretty much when I was at 20 or whatever. So I'm like, damn.
Sometimes time I did one show for Ryan Lina and I was through all my material and I was at 12 minutes and I was like, what the fuck happened? I don't know if I just forgot because I had a set list and stuff. But then there's been other times where I've done 6 jokes and I've done 25.
Yeah. It also depends on how much people are laughing and how much you're interacting with the audience.
Yeah,
too.
You could definitely tell if I feel like you could tell if you're doing 5 if you get lit early. Yeah. But telling when you get lit late is kind of hard to hard to gauge.
It's kind of weird because But no, that was super cool. I'm super hyped for tonight. Tonight we're on the Master Debate Show.
What's your topic? We could talk about it because this will come out on Monday.
Yeah. So my topic is if you could go to dinner with one person, what would it be? And I really haven't thought about it at all,
dude.
I think my first idea, and this is, tell me if you like this or not. It's kind of weird, but my first idea was that I would go to dinner with Gandhi.
Okay.
Because if Gandhi's eating dinner, that means there aren't any serious problems in the world.
Oh, because he's not fasting?
Because he's not hunger striking.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's pretty good. I like that.
And so I'm hoping I'm up against Stefan first. I didn't get the whole format too. At first they're it's going to be 3v3, right? And then it's
oh, I don't know.
No, it's just now it's just back to kind of the original format. I have no idea.
So we had 2 options. Obviously, everybody did.
Yeah.
And I just picked the second one because it's less words. The first one is lengthy. It's way too many words. But the second one is erectile dysfunction is caused by vaping.
Okay.
And it's it says, should vaping be banned? Be banned? And I'm going to say no, and I'm going to do an argument about how it's preventing sexual assault or something like that. Yeah, it's me and Candace going ahead. We have not even talked once. I said, are you cool with vaping, Candace? And she said, okay. And that was the argument or the conversation we had. Because the other one was what's the meal you'd eat for the rest of your life? And I was like, that's fucking boring.
Yeah, the meal you'd eat for the rest of I feel like you got to have a funny take with that, though.
Yeah, I feel like I'd
eat $50 worth of pennies. Yeah. Then I'd shit it out. And
investment. No, but I don't know. I feel like...
God, that just reminded me of something. I watched some of the old fucking James Bond movies where they had Jaws on there.
Yeah, the guy with the metal jaw.
I feel like that would catch on.
You think so? Like a grill, but with a jaw?
But with teeth?
Yeah.
Too? I feel like metal teeth would be better than the regular teeth you have, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can get metal caps, but
teeth.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would be easier than a cap to just put in.
Yeah, well, because you got to get veneers replaced every 10 years. I think
it's every 10 years.
Yeah.
Metal also, veneers, what the if that's what veneers are, what's venereal disease? Is that
it's a disease of the fake teeth.
Yeah,
I believe.
That's not what it is at all, though.
I thought it was an STD. Isn't it the same? Yeah. I'm a venereal disease, like a menstrual bleed, actually. Which, a menstrual bleed is not a venereal disease. I think Lil Wayne was poorly educated.
I'm a venereal disease, like a menstrual.
Do the pencil elite.
Speaking of Lil Wayne, kind of a crazy thing. One of Jackie's bridesmaids, her dad is in the band Crack the Sky, who's a pretty big band in the area. They're kind of like a prog band.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before.
The worst genre of music ever made.
Yeah, prog means confused. But no, I mean they do have
Tom Sawyer. That's a prog song, right?
Yeah.
Rush has Working Man is the only good Rush song, and I'll go to my grave with this.
I like 2112.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
It feels like you're on mushrooms without having to
take them. But then the other Rush songs are like, there was a wizard in the sky castle and he cast a spell on the people. And you're just like, all right, Rush, you're not even trying to make music at this point.
It's all over the place. Also, I love Geddy Lee, the bassist who does the singing and stuff. He's like, yeah, I didn't really want to be the singer, but nobody else wanted to sing. And I'm like, you probably shouldn't have been the singer.
Yeah,
but
it's like that meme where the guy's like, I don't know, guys, who's gonna be the
who's gonna be the singer of the band?
It's like
AC/DC.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she was telling us the other day, she's like, my dad came down and needed my help logging into this publishing software because he said Lil Wayne owes him money. And apparently Lil Wayne's producer or whatever like stole a guitar line or something that he wrote.
Probably. They do that shit all the time.
Yeah, I was like, that could be bank.
I honestly think like there should be some creative license where if you remix something enough, you should get to steal other people's work. You know what I mean?
That's your grift.
Huh?
That's your grift.
Yeah.
Stealing people's...
If you remix it enough. Because if not, then you just have to be paying everybody all the time.
Well, also, if you're like really remixing something, you're effectively...
making something new.
Well, yeah, it's like playing an instrument, like in a way. Like if you play a note on a piano, you didn't invent that sound. Right. But it's kind of, I don't know.
I saw this story, this isn't very funny, but this guy made like a computer program that like a judge ruled in some case that if like if I make a computer program that makes a melody or something, technically I own that melody or whatever.
Yeah, I saw it might be the same guy, but he said he was going to create and put all of the melodies into public domain.
Exactly. Yeah, that's literally what he did. I don't know if that like case held up or whatever. Yeah, but that's a great idea.
But that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, because I don't know if somebody's making a banger, they're making a banger.
Also, like if music art should be free, dude.
Hell yeah, brother.
Like you shouldn't be able to just steal from people, but there's also like there's limits like both ways. You shouldn't be able to steal from people, but you all like. In a way, limiting someone else's creativity is in a way stealing from their future, kind of. You feel me there?
Yeah.
You feel my argument there?
We're getting deep, guys. We are currently in deep philosophical, filmmaker mindsets right now. But so where did you steal this art on your wall from, Parker? Where'd you steal?
Vincent Van Gogh.
Dang, that's a good thing he's dead. I think he'd be pissed. Especially if
supposedly he got murdered too. They just found out.
What?
There's a conspiracy theory about his death that he got murdered. And his like sister took over his estate. Like he didn't make any money on his paintings when he was alive, and then his sister took over his estate, and like then his paintings started selling for like a lot of money. So there's a conspiracy theory, and his death was very mysterious too. So there's like a conspiracy theory that like even back in the day, people knew that like dead artists, when an artist dies, like their paintings and stuff become more valuable.
Yeah.
So that his sister might have had him.
Oh.
He also was crazy, though. So
yeah, he chops his ear off. That's not a good look.
So maybe, a little bit of column A, maybe a little bit of column B. But there's a, conspiracy theory that his sister, like, either didn't stop him from killing himself or, like, killed him or put him in a situation where he would die.
There's a couple celebrities who have gone. Like, the guy who invented, like, the diesel engine. His name is, like, Rudolph or Randolph Diesel, Ralph Diesel. It starts with
I thought his name was Shaq Diesel.
No, that's the DJ.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry.
But it's so, dude, honestly, Shaq has a song or two where I'm like, this is kind of a banger.
Shaq's a talented artist.
He is.
He can rap. He can rap a little bit. He can spit some bars.
Shaq Diesel.
Especially with a ghostwriter. I bet, like, Shaq with, like, Eminem's lyrics would be, like, pretty fucking dope.
A monster. Yeah. I don't know if he's lyrically the strongest, but he's got a deep voice. It's kind of like Rick Ross. Yeah. Like if you have a deep voice, it's like okay, it's kind of sick.
Rick Ross has some decent big balls.
Had
big
a couple
cheek.
seizures called that minor setbacks. Woke up in the hospital where my check's at. Then I put 8 chains where my neck's at. Bars.
Speaking of, I gotta check my Venmo.
Oh, okay. Do you need me to send you money?
People need to send me money.
Oh, the shows or friends, enemies, acquaintances, coworkers? Who owes you
People
money?
that started a couple businesses.
Oh.
Haven't been playing the Vigoroo.
Ooh, yeah.
The
no.
Vigorish.
Parker's been gambling something fierce recently.
I'm really bad at internet poker. Today was the first day that I started winning money.
Hell yeah! Well, actually,
So-
we had a little poker game. We haven't
Yeah.
talked about that. We did a little poker night.
Don't tell any of them that I'm playing internet poker either.
Oh,
When
why?
we go back, because I don't want them to know.
Oh, you have an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they're not going to listen to it. I know none of them listen to the pod.
Yeah, no, but when we go next, if you come next time, yeah.
Yeah, no. So I did pretty well. I don't know how'd the night end for you? Because I know you.
No, I lost. I didn't do any buybacks,
Yeah.
but the first night I won 4 times my money.
Jeez.
So
that's how they get you. They probably let you win.
overall, I'm still way up.
Still up.
You know, but no, yeah, you did really well. You had some luck. Lady Luck was on your side though.
Luck be a lady.
You won a lot of hands on the last card or whatever.
Yep, they call me the River King. That's what they call me. Because we were playing Texas Hold'em, which was so funny to me because on the drive up, I was just watching videos on how to play 5-card draw. And then I get there, and I was like, what are we playing? They're like, Texas Hold'em. And I was like, fuck.
You didn't know that people play Texas Hold'em? No one plays 5-card draw.
I feel like a lot of people play 5-card draw. I don't know, maybe. But
I don't know. Not for money.
whenever I think of Texas Hold'em, I think like a dealer, you know, at like
yeah.
a casino. But
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was buy-in was for $60. I dropped all the way down to $12, and then I made my way back up to a crisp $100.
Yeah.
And then
You did good, man.
Then I left. Technically, I guess I won $2 or $3 more than that because I kept buying our pal Andrew Glessner back in. I kept tossing him a dollar chip or two.
And I think Andrew's supposed to be pretty good, but he's done bad the past 2 times we played. I like Andrew a lot too.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He gave me a lot of advice for the film challenge we're in the midst of.
Yeah.
Talking about that. But then I realized a lot of his advice was coming from somebody who takes production quality very seriously.
Right, and we're more of a script kind of guy.
Yeah, we're more a ragtag
we're more
bunch
a
of writers.
dialogue heavy. Kind of who's the guy that is like a pedophile that's Jewish that everyone still likes?
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're kind of we're Woody Allen.
Yeah, we're a couple of Woody Allen, Jeffrey Epstein types. You know.
Yeah.
We're a couple Jared from Subway
They call
types.
me Epstein.
You know.
Yeah.
We're a couple Michael Jackson types.
Yeah. Who's another famous pedophile? I got nothing.
Yeah, there's any cult leader probably.
We should start a cult.
Yeah, I've been thinking that.
What if we started a cult? You know what? You know what the thing is? There probably are like a million cults that you never hear about because the people that start them don't get too greedy.
Yeah.
This is my theory. The people you hear about, they're the ones that wanted to fuck like everyone's wives,
Yeah.
right? If you're a cult leader and you're cool with like 2 or 3 wives a year, I feel like you can get away with that. Fly
Yeah.
under the radar. No one really knows.
We need more modest cult leaders.
Yeah, you don't take all of people's money. You take a little bit. You go, hey, can you buy me pizza? And they go, yeah.
You're thinking
You go to Chipotle a lot and you never pay. Like
Right.
that's like if you like have that mentality as a cult leader, I feel like you can fly under the radar.
I feel like as a cult leader, you just need to have like a monthly flat rate.
yeah, right.
Welcome to the cult, $250 a month.
Maybe that's what would make us different. Is we're kind of more of a like instead of you have to give up all your worldly possessions. We're like there's a minimum, but you know if you want to go over, sure, but no one's gonna bug you. You know,
Yeah, like you can't have a BMW,
right?
but you can have a Toyota Supra.
You can have a 2016.
Yeah, you can have. It's nice.
Yeah.
you know, it's
That's nice,
We're modest in the sense that we encourage other people to live
Right.
modestly,
right?
but we are reaping any excess that they get.
Yeah, you don't have to have sex with a cult leader, but you got to give them an HJ every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking for
You gotta give 'em a
second
rub
to
and tug.
third base on a
Yeah.
bi-weekly basis, probably.
Right.
You know, and
He's allowed to look at you and go,
yeah. Basically, just think most HR violations.
yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
for us.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like we're not going crazy,
Right.
but
Do you have to stay at the compound every night? No.
no.
But 4 days a week.
But you do have to turn your phone's location on when you leave.
Right.
Yeah, you have an air tag.
Yes.
But
yes.
it's really just so I know when you go to Chipotle, so I can get my free cut. You know.
Yeah, the cult leader just like, did you tell me you're going to Chipotle? I sensed your energy was close to Chipotle.
You smell of guac and deceit.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah! No, I would love to be a cult leader. Dude? Some of the cult documentaries, you're like, how the fuck are people getting wrapped up in this? It seems like a lot
Right.
of them. It was very much like a hippie commune, like we're gonna live for the land. But then one dude's like, okay, but you're gonna kind of live for me.
A lot of it's is like an offshoot of Christianity too. So I feel like that's how people
kinda
kind of get
Mormonish.
set. Is you go to church and you maybe are like a little bit more religious than usual, and then there's some guy that's like, this church, they're living in sin. You
Yeah.
need to be even more than that,
Mhm.
and that's how you.
Yeah, a lot
and
of
then you get
it's-
kind of taken away.
It seems like a lot of the problem ones are the super Christian-y ones.
Right.
But there's like some of them where it's like that dude, he went by Osho from like India. He's some Indian dude, and he's leading.
Okay.
He's the one who's like,
That's one perk of being Indian over a white guy. White guy, you have to be a Christian cult leader. Indians can be more of like a spiritual cult
you
leader.
kind of have credibility by default.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
really do.
You do. It's like, well, he's
Especially if you have like a white beard. Dude, Indian guy with white beard, you're like, holy shit, this guy knows all about energies and like
well, it's because they're the whatever the multiple theistic is, like
Hinduism.
right. No, but like the term for omnitheistic, I think. Like you have a bunch of gods.
Polytheistic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Polytheistic. So it's like I feel like people are more trusting of that because they're like, well, he has options.
Right.
You know,
right.
Christianity only has the one.
You only got if you piss him off, you're done.
It's like, all right, I got to follow these
Yeah,
rules.
yeah.
Where it's like, okay, maybe
But you can be like, oh, I'm in the doghouse with Vishnu,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
yeah, that's the only one we know. That's the only
one
god
I
name we know.
know.
This is because we're not Indian cult leaders.
But Chara Chankla, I believe, is another one. That's the elephant
Yeah.
one, I think.
okay, it could be. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
But,
Vishnu, and they have avatars too, which is kind of weird.
Last Airbender.
They have Last Airbenders, but also icons on Skype too.
But yeah, there was the one I watched for that Osho guy. He like had some compound in like Utah or some shit. Ton of people, and it was very like free love, free sex kind of thing. But then his like second in command was this woman, and it was like, oh, it's weird. Somebody poisoned the salad bar at the local Red Robin, and she was like killing, like poisoning. And killing.
What?
She was like his Dick Cheney kind of thing. Yeah, oh yeah. Then they were like, she's the evil, and he's actually good, and everybody's like, like that kind of thing.
Dude,
like
that
celebrities
is
were in
such a
that
good-
call.
All right, we got to take notes. We don't do anything evil. We just tell a second in command that we can blame if things
Right.
go wrong.
So step one of starting our cult, we need to get our first follower
Right.
and make sure.
I feel like getting one follower is very easy too.
Yeah. Well,
It's like-
I've heard your first follower is the most important because
Right.
it gives you an inherent credibility.
Can't be an uggo either.
No, we don't want an uggo.
Can't be an
We need guys. If you're up there,
Stefan, you're just not what we're looking for right now.
Yeah.
When we get a little bit bigger, definitely.
here's the deal: go do some push-ups.
yeah.
Try the keto situation. All right, and yeah, maybe we could consider you for a third or fourth in command
Third, fourth?
position.
Yeah,
but you're
you
not.
can't.
You're not going to be the face of this operation.
What do you know about poison?
Okay, all right, that's good.
How much? Yeah.
You have some poison knowledge.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
How much is plastic surgery?
You know what I've always thought? They call it rat poison.
Yeah,
But you can use it on whatever you want.
yeah. It poisons most things.
No one checks.
It says on the box, if ingested, call poison control.
Right.
It doesn't say that because you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Plenty
I
of-
thought. Sorry, Your Honor. I thought it was just for rats.
Yeah.
It says rat poison on there.
In all
It didn't say
fairness.
human poison.
Yeah. The label clearly does not say human poison. Yeah, I feel it is true. It's just poison. You could call it poison.
Yeah.
Poison in a
exactly.
rat-shaped
You could
box.
just call it poison.
Yeah, it's poison.
Kills rats. It's just like that ant spray.
Yeah.
You spray that in babies' eyes, nah, they're not having fun either.
Yeah, it's going to go the same way as the ants. Tragic. Speaking of uggos, I had this thought. I saw somebody who I think had all the characteristics of being attractive but wasn't. Have you ever seen this?
I know what you're talking about.
You're like, oh, wow, they're
You know what I think it is oftentimes? It's a posture thing.
Could be, yeah, because you're like, wow, they're in great shape. They have the high cheekbones, nice eyes or whatever, but you're like,
meh. A lot of times it's posture. Of 7 out of 10 that's confident too.
Could be.
Can be very hot. And like 8.5 out of 10 that's like kind of slouched and also maybe looks a little crazy. That's what I found too. Is there have been a lot of times where I've like been vibing with a chick and I've been like, yeah, hell yeah, and then it just takes like 1 second. You know what I mean? 1 sentence, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, every once in a while you're like, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. Things are going well, you seem cool.
And you're still considering it. You're like, I can't, not for a while.
Yeah, you're like, there's definitely a pros and cons list.
Yeah.
In your head.
Like, I don't believe in batteries. And you're like, oh, yeah.
That is tough.
Do I also not believe in batteries or do,
Okay, all right. Rank right now, so far as conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Which one would be the biggest turnoff? So let's go flat Earth, moon
flat
landing.
Earth is annoying, but whatever.
Moon landing.
Moon landing, very, very dealable with.
Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real. No one actually believes birds aren't real.
Well, give me another conspiracy theory.
JFK assassination.
Yeah, but there's
multiple shooters.
There's something weird about that.
I agree with that. 9/11 was an inside job. That's another conspiracy theory. The elites harvest babies' adrenochrome because the fluoride in the water. I know a good bit of conspiracy theories.
That's why I kind of lobbed this back to you.
So, like, one of my favorites is that the elites. So, babies, there's fluoride in the water that calcifies your pineal gland.
Yes, my ex used to rant about this all the time.
Yeah, and so they believe that, and when, so a calcified pineal gland stops making adrenochrome, which is some fucking drug that I don't really know. And
it's your third eye.
So, like, the conspiracy theory is that, like, the elites harvest adrenochrome from, like, infants before their pineal gland calcifies so that they can have a better pineal gland too.
I believe it. I'm choosing.
So if a chick told me that, I would go,
Yeah.
I go, that's all right.
Yeah. No, that's
Hollow Earth. Hollow Earth, I feel like is worse than flat Earth.
Yeah. No, no. My ex went on a whole rant. She said she was disappointed because I mentioned a brief experience with a psychedelic, and I was like, I was drinking at a party or whatever, and she was like, I'm so disappointed that you didn't use it for mind-opening purposes. And I was like,
that you used it recreationally? Kill yourself.
I was like, well, I mean, I guess it was for mind-altering purposes.
Yeah.
For sure. I was trying to have more fun.
Yeah.
Which I think is the main thing. I think if you're able to have fun, you're enlightened.
Anyone that's saying they're using a drug not to do that, alcohol included, you're wrong.
Oh, yeah.
You just like being high.
Real patchouli-ish after we broke up.
Yeah. Dude, that's kind of hot, though. I'm not going to lie.
It depends on the brand.
I'm into hippie-ish type vibe thing.
I can't stand this the smell of incense.
I like incense. I thought you would have liked incense. Incense reminds me of martial arts, weirdly enough. When I was a kid, all the martial arts places burned incense during it as like a calming thing.
And I burned them to the ground.
I forgot your dojo.
Yeah. But what else did I want to talk about? Oh, my God. I saw the worst movie ever the other day.
Hit me up.
It's called The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then Bigfoot.
Okay. I'm in. I'm sold.
Starring Sam Elliott.
I don't know who that is.
Sam Elliott? The old dude from Roadhouse?
No, don't know who he is.
Hold on. I got to pull you. There's no way you don't know who
Sam Elliott, the cowboy guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
with the big gray mustache. Yeah, okay. So starring Sam Elliott.
Dude, you got to cuss so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, him, Ron Livingston is in it, the guy from Office Space.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Have you seen 10 Things I Hate About You?
No.
The guy who plays the dad in that. But anyway, so it's this movie where it's half in the past and half in the present. All right, in the past, obviously he's in World War II. He was undercover.
Sam Elliott is.
Sam Elliott, yes. Played by somebody else at that point, obviously. But he was undercover, and he was on the secret mission, and he killed Hitler, all right? Then there's present Sam Elliott, where he's just a super old grizzled dude living alone, that he's been out of the war, that kind of thing.
There's no time travel shenanigans.
No time travel shenanigans.
What year does the future take place in?
Well, it came out in 2018, and it felt like then.
What? There weren't... I mean, he'd be how old? Like 90?
He did not seem as old as he was supposed to be.
Okay.
So it starts off, he's drinking at a bar like he does every day.
And he's an alcoholic?
Of course. He's like, he even says, "I'll see you tomorrow," when he leaves the bar, which is a classic alcoholic thing. And he's walking
and also
back.
Alcoholics definitely don't just drink at their house at that point, too. They always go to a bar and pay 4 times as much for the alcohol. But
but no, so he's walking back to his car, and he gets jumped by these 4 hoodlums. Of course, he kicks the shit out of him. But Sam Elliott is real life old, so it was hard to watch. He's like fighting in slow motion. You're like, all right, there's 4 25-year-old dudes fighting in a real life.
It's going to be like the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight.
Exactly.
Like.
Yeah, we'll talk about that too. But so yeah. Anyway, he goes back to his house. You can tell it's flashbacks. He was dating this girl, but then she died while he's in the war. That kind of thing. So.
Sorry, I was just checking.
Yeah, Parker's checking to make sure we're still recording. Very responsible of him. Anyway, so he's at his place. Then all of a sudden, these like Men in Black kind of people show up. Ron Livingston's one of them, and he's like, "I heard rumors about what you did for this country during the war." Talking about killing Hitler. Mm-hmm. He's like, "I heard rumors. We need you to do it again." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "It's Bigfoot."
I'm kind of in though. I'm kind of down though.
Bigfoot
for campiness.
Bigfoot, he's in Canada right now. We have him contained to this,
Is
200
Bigfoot
acres.
like a fascist?
Well, so apparently the movie
is he like talking to all the other Bigfoots? Like we need to bring the sequoia back to its glory. Is he? Why do they need to kill Bigfoot?
So because Bigfoot, you should know this, Parker, carries the nightmare virus.
Wait.
And if he breaks out...
What's the nightmare virus?
They never really say. But they do say if he breaks out of this area, this like wooded area, it'll mean the end of all human civilization within a couple of days. So whatever it is, it's pretty bad. Anyway, so they're like, we need you to do this covertly, which I also don't understand. They're like, the reason we need you to do it is you're one of only 3 people with the skills necessary that also naturally has the antibody in your blood.
But if people naturally have the antibody, wouldn't...
Yeah, you'd think so.
Okay.
Anyway.
Never mind.
But so he's like, how'd you know I have the antibody? And they're like, we have your blood. And he's like, how'd you get my blood?
Yeah.
And he was like, you work for the military. We have all of your bloods. And I was like, damn, they're taking blood in that, like, whatever.
In the 40s?
Yeah, in the 40s.
Hey, this guy killed Hitler. We better get some of his blood real quick.
So, no, my favorite part of the movie is after he tells her that, he calls his brother, Ed, and they meet in a park, sitting on a bench.
Okay.
And he's like, his brother's like, why'd you want to meet at 3 a.m? He's like, something's got to be on your mind. And he goes, it's Bigfoot, Ed. They want me to kill it. And then his brother goes, well, that's not good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not great. And then, hard cut from that scene, he's in Canada, and it's like not just a hard cut, but it's a hard cut to, in his scope, he sees Bigfoot and shoots him. It's like, boom, boom, shoots him immediately.
Okay.
All right, but then Bigfoot's wounded. He's tracking him. He sees Bigfoot. Bigfoot's sitting atop a mountain, staring off into the sun, and then he tries to shoot him. He thinks Bigfoot's dead, and then Bigfoot springs up, and they fight. Bigfoot breaks his arm. Bigfoot throws up on his face for some reason twice. Then he stabs Bigfoot. Bigfoot dies. It's implied that he dies, and then all of a sudden he's fishing with his brother, and that's the end of the movie.
How long is this movie?
98 minutes.
No, there aren't enough scenes for it to be 98 minutes.
So they bounce every...
How long does the hunting Bigfoot scene take? Is it like most of the movie?
I would say 2.5 minutes.
What?
That's a very...
the most of the movie is just him deciding whether or not to go after Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's like that and cutting back and forth between his past when you're like, oh, he's dating this girl, but he's got to go off to war. And she's a school teacher. But that sometimes doesn't go great at school. There's also a scene where he has like hair on his face, when he's in the 40s. He's got a beard. And he's getting his face shaved by this guy with an accent.
Okay.
hard to determine accent. And the guy's like, if I shave you and I do not nick your face, then you will surely die. But if I nick your face, then your mission will be successful and you'll survive. But I must not try to hit you, cut your face.
Oh my God! What the fuck is
He
this
shaves
shit?
him perfect, and then he takes the knife and goes. Tsk. He's like, "You are still doomed for death, but your mission will succeed." It's dude, this movie is a fucking fever dream.
I'm not gonna lie. This does seem like a very bad movie.
There's a scene where he sniffs Bigfoot shit and he goes, "Vegetarian."
I like that.
Which is also crazy because Bigfoot has been like murdering animals and people in this woods. So it's like, all right, he's just doing it for fun.
Also, I love how there's like no attempt to communicate with Bigfoot too. That
Yeah.
like, hey, don't leave this area because you
Bigfoot
carry
is
the nightmare
also-
virus.
He has small feet, and he goes, his feet aren't that big. It's another-
God damn it!
Bigfoot is like a regular, like he's like my size,
Yeah.
but he's like scrawny, and he has like this weird kind of ghoulish face to him.
Okay.
It doesn't look as monkey-esque as I expected, or gorilla,
Okay.
you know, but just a fever dream of a flick.
Yeah.
But
Can I tell you about something I've been watching?
Yes.
Or two things. One, I watched The Bear.
how was it?
I thought very good. I thought I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. Like it kind of got memed on by people, and I get why it gets memed on. I mean, it's kind of the same thing over and over again, which
Yeah.
is just, you know, things are going great. Hey, we're gonna use all like they do. You have like, hey, we're gonna give this show authenticity by like having them, you know, make stuff that's actually like accurate to like the food world or whatever.
Yeah.
Correct. And then it just always circles back to stuff going wrong, and the guy be like, shit, fuck, making food is so fucking hard. Fuck. But that like that loop is pretty enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fun.
Well, I feel like sometimes there are shows like that where it's really just one thing over and over again, but it's a good thing.
Law and Order SVU.
I was literally about to say Law and Order SVU.
SVU is like
You're like, oh, somebody got raped?
yeah. It's red herring number 1. It's
Yeah.
red herring number 2. Now we found the guy that actually did it.
We found the guy
he
that
gets
actually
off
did
on
it.
a technicality because you know, yeah,
Damn. Then he gets shot because justice.
right.
Dum, dum, dun, 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 dun. Dum,
We should
dum.
make our own Law and Order SVU.
Okay.
Where it's it's just that song for the whole.
Yeah, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, hold on. Actually, one of our listeners.
Dude, Akira Toriyama died.
Yes,
Sucks.
that is tragic. And
I've been doing a rewatch of Dragon Ball. Weirdly enough.
Yeah, I know you. I saw you posted on Instagram about it.
Oh yeah.
But it is weird that a lot of people don't seem to know who he is. I've like talked to a couple people and they're like, "Who's Akira Toriyama?" And I was like, "All right, he's like
Bitch.
he's like the biggest anime guy."
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Dragon Ball literally spawned, like every single popular anime: Naruto, Attack on Titan, Hunter X. No, I don't know if Hunter X Hunter, but yeah. I mean,
kind of a big deal. No, one of our listeners sent in coordinates. He said, "If you thought Yo Come Town was funny, Yo Come Town."
yeah.
Get this. So I just looked it up. I gotta find out what this place is called. Okay, so it's a road.
Okay.
Is
Is it called Old Town Road?
It's called.
Is it funny?
It's called Cum Highway. CUM.
That's my least favorite Mario Kart stage. Is Come Highway. Why is it all white?
It's just Rainbow Road, but it's just cocks.
Rainbow Road. Yeah. Rainbow Road after Pride turns into Come Highway.
Yeah, and that is outside of London.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. Oh, there's also a place called Biggleswade, which feels
Biggleswade.
racist to say. Damn.
Oh,
Big
but
shout out,
dude-
Mikey. That is a very funny road name.
I gotta talk about a couple things in Dragon Ball. Okay. One, it's fucking hilarious. I forgot how funny it is.
Are you talking Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball.
Okay, because I've never watched the original Dragon Ball. Well, I've watched all Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
but-
I watched all of Dragon Ball Z, but I always remember kind of liking Dragon Ball more.
okay.
And I agree with that now. I still like Dragon Ball more because for two reasons. One, the World's Martial Arts Tournament is way more of a big deal in Dragon Ball than it is in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, in Dragon Ball Z, I think it's only season like 7
Yeah.
before all the Boo stuff.
But like Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
like the World's Martial Arts Tournament fucking rips. It's fucking awesome.
You got Hercule.
It has this no Hercule in Dragon Ball.
He's not in Dragon Ball?
No, they'll have like a random guy, dude. It's literally like
The guy with the red log who like kicks it?
That's not the World Martial Arts Tournament either. That's Tao. General Tao, Assassin Tao.
Yeah,
what the
something
fuck's
like
his
that.
name? Mercenary Tao. That's his name.
Yeah.
Which is also, again, one of the funniest things. A guy that kicks a log and then rides the log,
Yeah,
and that's how
yeah.
he transports. And he has the Dodon Ray, which is hilarious.
Yeah, because I know
Great name.
Piccolo is in the tournament.
But I'm actually like haven't gotten to that part on the rewatch. I just
Or
now.
it's King Piccolo then, actually.
He's King Piccolo. He's old.
Yeah.
And he can make people. Like he makes this dude called Symbol, who's like a flying guy.
Yeah.
But no, dude, World's Martial Arts Tournament is fucking dope. Also, when he's fighting the Red Ribbon Army, it's so fucking funny. They have one of the most like racist depiction of a black guy ever. Like his lips are just like literally half of his fucking face, and it's like Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Like,
That's a hard one to stand by.
This is insane, but no, dude, it all just fucking rules. It's so much better than Dragon Ball Z, I would say, because like for two reasons. One, all right, where they're at right now, it's kind of getting into that cycle where like it's literally the same thing. Goku fights somebody. They turn out to be too strong,
Yeah.
and they kill one of his friends, and then he has to go
Normally,
find a
Yamcha.
new, you found a new, you can go goblin mode now, and that ups your
Yeah.
attack strength, But before that, like, there actually would be some like ingenuity.
Yeah.
Like he uses his tail to fly in one of the things. And it's like, hell yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then like in another thing, he trains his tail, and then so when someone grabs it, normally it turns him weak, but because he trained it, that doesn't work anymore.
Oh, that's cool. So there's it's instead of just like powering up. He
Exactly.
he
It's
has
not
to
just like
develop
you're
a skill.
Yeah, your power isn't enough. It's like, oh no, you have to like get better at fighting in different interesting ways,
Yeah.
and then you get to see how like kind of different techniques are used and shit.
Did you ever play any of the Dragon Ball video games?
Oh, you mean Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3?
3? Yup.
Yup.
The best fucking game.
In Australia, I was like on the Wii was like one of the top Budokai Tenkaichi players, like, in the
Damn.
top 1,000.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But
I was just super good at the dodge mechanic.
Oh yeah.
So I could just dodge anything, and then but yeah.
That's so disappointing when you like save up for like a spirit bomb and then the person you're like, fuck.
The other thing though is that the Wii controls sucked.
Oh.
So
I've only ever played on PS2.
Yeah. So like the people on PS2 were probably actually like good, whereas
Yeah.
like the Wii players were probably like either kids or since the controls weren't as precise, like they were, not
I do
good.
like the idea of you being like, Mom, Dad, I'm one of the best in the country, and there's like some 6-year-old crying.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we gotta talk about this show though.
Real quick before we do that though, about Budokai
And we're almost
Tenkaichi.
out of time. Too,
Yeah.
Just FYI.
So
We got 2 minutes.
who's your go-to character in Budokai?
Vegeta.
Vegeta's awesome. You know who's a sleeper though? Who's secretly the best character?
Hit me up.
Bobbity.
Bobbity?
Because the little thing that turned Vegeta into like put the M on his forehead.
I don't remember him being a playable character.
Yeah, and he's in 3 because what you can do is his move. You only have to charge up 2 things, so you can charge it up and hit the person before they can get up. You can charge it up and do it again. So you can just.
Oh my god, I didn't realize that.
It's like this little hack that nobody knows, and so I would always play with my friends, and they'd be like Kid Buu or something.
Yeah.
Or like
someone really good.
or Teen Gohan.
Or like Super Saiyan 3 Goku or whatever.
And I would just play as Bobbity and fuck him up, and they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
That's hilarious.
And Bobbity would always go, "Pa pa pa pa," and just like kill him.
Dude, that was the best, dude. When I was in Australia, one of my friends had like 2 screens. So we had
Oh, that's cool.
Dragon Ball Z, like the Frieza saga up on one screen, which I kind of want to include up till the Frieza saga in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that still kind of feels like Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
After that, they're like, they just gave up. They're like, Super Saiyan 2.
3 Fusion Super Saiyan.
Yeah, it's like, all right, dude. But no, Dragon Ball is also like hilarious. Like, it's actually funny. A lot of the time, and like people say like just the fucking like literally like hilarious shit.
Yeah.
And it's
Roshi
great.
just wants to get naked magazines.
Not even that, but like they'll just have like the side characters saying funny shit too. But yeah. Oh, just real quick, we gotta talk about the show I was on.
The skate shop one last night?
No, well, I don't want to say the name, but
the
never mind then. Can you cut that part out?
Yeah,
Can you beep the show? The person on the show that asked if there was a food tab.
I feel like you have to say the venue of the show though, because it makes it funnier.
Oh, it's a place. Yeah,
it's fine. You don't have, if you don't say names, nobody's gonna know. You don't have to say.
Yeah, it was at a skate shop,
right?
And one of the comics asked if there was gonna be a food tab at a skate shop, which is hilarious.
Which, in case you guys haven't been to a skate shop, not known for their sliders, more for their board slides. There you go.
All right. That's it. That's the podcast.
All right, this has been the Drive Time Podcast. We've got other stuff coming up. We were discussing a name change. We could talk about that more later, but we don't.
I think we do have to do a name change.
We might have to, guys. So we're figuring it out.
It might be like Drive Time Laughs.
Yeah, we're gonna try to
just for Google. Just for Google.
Parker's worried about our SEO, so we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna workshop it. We'll get back to you, but keep your peepers peeled. We'll let you know while it's still the same name,
right?
If we're gonna change the name. But this has been the Drive Time Podcast. I'm Alfred Barnes,
and I'm Parker Brown.
Goodbye.
Have a good one.